Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new here, thank you so much for clicking on the video. And don't forget, if you enjoy this content, please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, drop a comment, and just help the community grow. I appreciate all your guys' support, and thank you so much. We're gonna be doing a comparison because the QBZ got a general in all modes firing stability buff, and then specifically to Warfare, it got a 20% increase to thorax hits. So when we go and take a look at the gun here, base damage is 22. When we go into the details and look at damage further, we now see the 22 all around. Of course, there's a headshot multiplier, and now we do 26 damage to the upper chest or thorax, roughly a 20% increase. The multiplier in the patch notes, they said, was a 1.2x. So now this thing hits for 26 damage with 679 rate of fire. God damn! That's pretty freaking good, okay? And if we compare that to another demonic AR, the CI-19, which hits for 25 at 660 RPM. And we see right here the thorax damage 25. Of course, it does 25 to the lower groin pelvis region as well, and then the limbs are 22. But the QBZ now does more chest damage with a higher rate of fire than the CI-19. That's pretty insane, okay? So definitely gonna want to be using the QBZ after this patch. And let's do one quick comparison before we get into the builds. Of course, if you guys don't care about that and want to just see the builds, there's timestamps below in this video. But I would recommend watching this because we're comparing the QBZ bullet to kill directly to the CI-19 bullet to kill, and it's just gonna be real quick, okay? So let's check this out. All right, so what we're gonna do is just throw on the stuff to make the QBZ have its maximum range, which is really just the longbow barrel. I know there's the Whisper, and maybe we'll do one with and without the Whisper just for the QBZ, but first let's just compare the QBZ to the CI-19, okay? And we're gonna look at the chest damage. So this is 30 meters, all right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 bullet at 30 meters, all chest. Now let's do lower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 5 bullet down there. And then let's do 1 chest and the rest lower. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so a 4 bullet and then a 5 bullet for the 2 other options at 30 meters. Now let's do it at 40 meters. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 bullet at 40 meters. That's pretty nasty. Again, that was all chest, but still. Now let's do 1 chest, all lower body. 1 chest, and then 2, 3, 4, 5. Still a 5 bullet at 40 meters, pretty good. Now let's do all lower body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, same at 40 meters, pretty nasty. Now let's go over to 50 meters. So we'll do all chest thorax here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we'll do 1 chest, all lower body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's where the 6 bullet gets introduced. 1 chest, all lower body at 50 meters. And then now let's do all lower body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 6 bullet at 50 meters, all lower body, and that was without hitting any headshots. Sometimes you're gonna get a headshot in there. Overall, that's a pretty insane TTK. Now let's compare it to, bullet to kill, time to kill, same difference roughly. Let's compare it now to the CI-19, all right? And then we're gonna throw on the max range barrel, and we're gonna throw on the gas block, all right? So now we're in the firing range, same situation, same setup. We'll do all chest, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, it's also a 4 bullet all chest. Let's do 1 chest, all lower, 2, 3, 4. So now it's a 4 bullet because the CI-19 does 25 dam to the groin, lower chest, whereas the QBZ does 22. QBZ is way easier to control though, so there's that trade-off. Now let's do all lower. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 bullet. So next up, chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so now at the 40 meters, we can see it has damage fall off, and that's notable because our range is 39 meters, and the damage fall off is right around there, right at about 40 meters. So now it's gonna be a 5 bullet, and the QBZ was doing 5. QBZ was doing 4 right there. And then lower is gonna be 5 as well. So again, when we go back to the QBZ, we can see 1, 2, 3, 4. So QBZ is kind of out damaging the CI-19 now in Warfare. That's kind of crazy, okay? Let's focus on the the QBZ specifically though, because what happens when we throw on the Whisper now and get even more range? Does that change anything? Let's take a look. So when we throw on the Whisper, we now can take the range to 50 meters, guys. Okay, so does this change anything for TTK? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 bullet to the chest at 40 meters. Let's see what all lower body does. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So still 5 there. All right, now let's go to the 50 meters and see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it can turn into a 5 bullet at 50 meter with the Whisper, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the lower. Okay, so you really do rely on that chest hit, and then if you get a headshot in there, you know, 35 dam, chest, body. So you know, pretty crazy overall. The QBZ really can put out some damage now at a serious range. And let's hop into the builds now and take a look at some of the builds I have for you guys, and the builds will be in the description, okay? All right, guys, so I have 5 builds for you guys. This is crazy, but I'm just gonna run through them right here, and then they'll be in the description. My 2 favorite builds for the QBZ are gonna be 1 and 5, so make sure to stay tuned. I'm gonna go through all of these builds and let you guys know. But yeah, they'll be in the description, and again, 1 and 5 are my favorites, and I'll put a star next to them for you guys. 5 is going to be the max range, and then 1 is just going to be a foolproof general type of build. You kind of can't go wrong with number 1. And since we're already talking about it, let's get into number 1. Right here we have the Invasion Grip. It's pretty good. You can't go wrong with the Invasion. It's just a +3 to control, +3 to handling. And then we have the not the max range barrel, but the mid-range barrel. It does 2 to range, +3 to control. Now if you guys want to make some changes to this thing, what I would recommend doing is testing out different muzzles, because I like the Poseidon because it eliminates the flash. If you guys are unaware, I'll put the video on screen right now. I made a video talking about muzzle flash in this game and how pretty bad problem. You basically just get a bunch of mini flashbangs on your screen, but the Poseidon flash hider eliminates that. So does the Spiral. So you guys can try out these 2, and then if you still don't like those, you can go back to your favorite. So I run the RKO. If you feel like there needs to be more horizontal control, go ahead and try the K1 Elite. But yeah, this is the build for that, okay? So it's just a generalized mid-range aggressive build. You can't go wrong with it. Let's go into build number 2. This is going to be a 30 mag silenced for you guys. You can see the range right here. It goes from 42. Now in build 2, it's at 46 due to the Whisper suppressor. We're running the folding grip alongside the Marksman D2. One thing I will say that I like about this build, when we look at the recoil pattern, so if you start at the chest or thorax, which you should be doing now because that's where you get the 26 hit, if you in your brain can remember this segment right here, these first like 8 rounds, and overlay it right here. So imagine you aim for the chest, it's gonna go bop, boom, 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 and then it kind of just naturally glides up towards the head for the headshot multiplier. This build here, I was landing a lot of accidental headies with it because I would aim for the chest, but it would just kind of boop, 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 and just give me the headshot for free. So that's kind of interesting about this build. You guys might want to give it a try. It's pretty fun. All right, let's go into build number 3. This is a 45 mag build, specifically for you 45 mag enjoyers. We run the Phantom on there to compensate for the handling, and then I like the Prism for some added stability to give back from the Phantom, although this is a different type of stability than the Phantom. And then the Spiral flash hider on there. This is all right build. I don't know, give it a try. Let me know what you guys think. Build number 4, we have a speed build a little bit. It's not full meant for speed, but we're using the short barrel on there. And when we take a look at this thing, we get some pretty good stats: 69 control, 67 handling, and 61 stability. And then the hip fire is basically at its default value where that white line is right there, with a 263 ADS time. So a lot of my builds for the QBZ run the tactical barrel, +2, +3, but the short barrel does +2, +6. It doesn't hurt the range at all. but it hurts stability quite a bit, okay? But that's why we come in with the folding grip on this build, all right? So overall, just wanted to give you guys a different build, something different in there. And then lastly, this build right here, number 5, this thing is a max range QBZ beast, okay? 50 meters of range, guys, with 79 control, 54 handling still. Not too bad for how much range you get with this thing. But yeah, max range QBZ build with the 30 mag.